Hello and welcome back to the Honour Respect and another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. This was the final episode before Saturday's Crown Jewel, so it's the last chance WWE had to sell to fans subscribing for the show if they hadn't done so already. This show is pre-taped but aired as its usual time in North America, so yeah, an intriguing show. And we started things off with Cody Rhodes, but before that was a video package as Cody came out wearing his Crown Jewel ring from last year. He spoke about his feud with Seth Rollins leading into the PLE. He played to the crowd and including the announcers. The fans seem to be having fun, and so did Cody, but the promo didn't actually accomplish anything. It was just filler. It's a little sad that we couldn't really got a fifth match in place of this, to be honest. But yeah, we moved on to our first match of the night, which was Sami Zayn, and his open challenge was answered by Nakamura. He hasn't had a match since June. The crowd was excited to see him and sang his song as the match got going. These two have a history, of course, dating back to NXT. Since then, they've clashed in over 70 singles and tag matches on TV and live events, so they know each other very well. The two veterans did what they do best and put on an entertaining back and forth. It's impossible to recapture the magic of the first encounter, but they did a good job making this hard fought. The only bad thing was the fact that we didn't get to see all of it due to breaks. They fought through 2 breaks, so they had plenty of time to make a great performance. As Nakamura was gearing up for the Kinshasa, he was pulled out of the ring, attacked by a man in a hoodie. It was revealed to be Tamatonga, and the rest of the bloodline attacked, but Sikoa was not there until the assault was over, which makes it very intriguing. I think an intriguing storyline coming out of this with Nakamura back. So on the whole, a great segment, 8 out of 10. As we then moved on to Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton versus Julia and Kiana James. Vaquer took a knee to the gut from James when the match started, but she fired back with a side suplex followed by a devil's twist. We then went to a break early, and when we returned, Julia was throwing Vaquer to the mat with a handful of hair. The women's world champ was being double teamed in the corner for some time before she was able to make a tag to a fresh Stratton. The two champs managed to work together without any issues to get the win. The second half of this bout picked up pace and turned into a fun encounter. It had a couple of rough spots, but nothing too bad. An intriguing dynamic there, of course, with the two champs. 6 out of 10. As we then moved on to the Wyatt 6 versus the Street Profits. The Wyatts still on the ring and got the fight started, but the Profits managed to take control at first. As the show went to a break, Loomis and Gacy took over. The champs dominated through the break. When we returned, Dawkins helped Ford turn the tide in their favour by holding Gacy and Loomis on his shoulders for a double rock poster. Even if most of this bout didn't happen during a break, it would have been much better. The Wyatts retained in a somewhat short but high energy match. As the champions posed, the MFT showed up for a standoff as the lights are still flashing. Sokoa's men ended up leaving, but the seeds were planted for them to pursue the tag titles. Interesting. 5 out of 10. As we then moved on to our main event in a last man standing match, 2 rivals, Priest and Black. Priest coming into this with more victories over Black. So he was looking to even it up. The steel sets and kendo stick were used almost immediately, and both men were using them to inflict damage, but Priest used the sets more effectively since he was capable of lifting them up and using them as a weapon. We returned from a break to see them having a kendo stick fight while Priest was on the top rope. Both men went down, but they both made it back to their feet before the 10. Priest hit like a razor's edge on the announce table, just like he did last time they brawled, but Black made it to his feet in time. They fought through the crowd into the Arch of Infamy, looking to end it. Zelina Vega showed up and pleaded with Priest not to continue with the onslaught, but Black encouraged her to leave. He threw a fireball at Priest before hitting Black Mass, descending crashing to the floor. The way this ended was a little strange, but 99% of what we got was great. Having Vega and Black as an on-screen duo again could be a good move for both of them now, I feel. So yeah, time will tell, but I thought this was pretty good. 7 out of 10. Overall, Smackdown this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Friday Smackdown was a good show. It managed to hype the PLE appropriately while also providing fun in ring action. The women's tag match was solid, and the tag title match had some fun spots too. Zayn against Nakamura was really strong, and the main event of the last man standing was really fun. So yeah, as a morning show for Americans, I thought it was pretty good. 6 out of 10.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.